Hello, and welcome back to another episode of 3 Questions in a different format. There are 2 astrologers, well 3, but 2 people that I'm going to interview, and this is the first on the channel. For those who watch my channel, the 3 questions, you know what the questions are. They sort of know one. He knows one. Okay, so they know that. So today I am with
Ryhan Butler. I just woke up.
And I'm Leisa Schaim.
Yes. Thank you for participating on the fly with this, with my 3 questions. I guess we might as well just jump in on the first question. Okay. I wonder if I should change it. No, I'll keep it. All right. First question. What is your favorite astrological technique?
I like primary directions. It's my favorite one. I hated it for a long time, or not hated it. I didn't think I'd understand it for a long time. But then when was it? Maybe like 2015, Ben Dykes did that lecture, Primary Directions Without Tears, at an AFA conference, and really broke down the math in a way that was very accessible. Because it tends to be very math heavy. Even though you'll have programs that will do it, there's so many different kinds of ways to do primary directions, that it can be hard to figure out a sort of good or easy or right way to do it for you. But yeah, Ben Dykes did that lecture based on the work of Martin Gansten.
Oh, okay.
And ever since then, it's just been really easy to do, and I've really enjoyed it for a lot of its predictive stuff. I use it primarily working with health, with identifying critical health periods in somebody's life. But yeah, that one's been my favorite. It's one I've gone to constantly, even though I still have to do it by hand because I don't trust computers.
Yeah, I know that
so
about
there's
you.
There's an hour where I'm just and then I get mad when people have too many primary directions. I'm like, why is your chart so busy? I don't have time for all this.
Use the software.
But then it's I don't know. It's all.
I feel you.
Stuff.
I feel the ritual of it. It's Martin has a book called Primary Directions. Just for those who are I'll put all that stuff in the copy and the links and all that. Lisa, what about you? What's your favorite astrological technique?
My favorite astrological technique is probably zodiacal releasing, which some people are not surprised by. I just did a nice 5-hour workshop on the other day here. So this is a Hellenistic timing technique that divides your life up into chapters, and I love that it can show the big picture and the small details, and I just find it's eerily on target. I also love that it's very fractal-like because it operates on at least 4 different timing levels at once, which gets very busy if you're first learning it, but everything is divided by 12, and it's just fascinating to see all these different things cycling at the same time.
Yeah, and if I'm correct here, for those who are watching that don't have astrological software and so on and so forth, I think you pull that stuff up on AstroSeek.
You can AstroSeek, Astro.com, zodiacalreleasing.net, as well as paid software.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, hey, you got through the first question. Yeah, that was
okay. What's my prize? Do I get to spin something
or spin the bottle? Truth or dare? Is that a prize?
I was thinking a Wheel of Fortune. Can I spin that?
Someone's got to come out and do
Jeopardy.
the Jeopardy. All right, good. We're warmed up now.
Yeah.
We're warmed up. Second question.
Okay. Why do I feel nervous? Why do I feel tense?
This is exactly why I do this. This is exactly why I do this. Yeah.
I feel tense. Second question, I'm like, oh God, what is it?
Ryhan.
Yeah.
What is your earliest memory connected to astrology?
Oh, this one's actually cute. So, so my earliest memory that's sort of circuitously connected to astrology is, there's kind of 2 that are related, but the first is, for some reason, ever since I was born, or in my earliest memories, I always remembered being a Leo. I always knew that was my sun sign, and I thought it was very cool that my name is Ryhan, and it rhymes with lion, and I'm a Leo, and I just thought that was really cool when you're 8 years old. I was like, that rocks, thanks, Mom. But also related to that is, when I got into astrology, you start to learn how many people don't really know their birth time or have to search for their birth time. But I also always knew my birth time because when I was little, my mom would let me stay up until my birth time on my birthday. And it's not that late. But when you're 7 years old, I have a distinctive memory of being 7 years old, first grade, sitting on my couch in my oversized nightshirt, just watching the clock, waiting for my birth time because I thought it was just so cool to be able to stay up that late.
Yeah.
And now I'm just up that time all the time. But I was just it was just so fun. And coming to astrology and being you need your birth time. It's everybody doesn't know this. Like this is something that people have to hunt down and like ask their parents for and like go through the whole research project for. So that was always those are some of my earliest memories, like with astrology, things that I just sort of like have sort of semi magical nostalgic memories of as a kid that ended up becoming important later. And it was just fun that my mom let me have that. Just like not even knowing, and look what she did now. You know, if she had just hit my birth time for me, I could be living a totally different life. But
No, but I dig that. That's cool. What about you, Lisa?
Well, I also always knew my birth time,
Nice.
not for the same reason, but I had like the birth certificate like on my wall for some reason, so I knew the time like from when I was very young. Anyway, but so I wonder how common that is with astrologers actually. Anyway, earliest
Don't take
memories.
this away from me, Lisa.
Earliest, I don't know. I'm sure it's not like uniform at all. Earliest memory. I think my first memory of anything I would say like one direct and one indirect. So the direct one would be when I was in the grocery store in the 80s, 70s, 80s, they had these little horoscope scrolls. Do you remember those?
Yep.
So they were sun sign horoscope scrolls, but they were cute. They were rolled up into little scrolls and tied, and for each of your sun signs. And so I would be like, oh, cool, I want the Sagittarius one, and my mom would like roll her eyes but buy it for me. And so that's definitely my earliest like direct memory of an astrological thing. And similarly, I like, see what you did? I just, little gateway. I would say the indirect one, but still really applicable, is I really liked those choose your own adventure books as a child. But not just liked them, but was very concerned about the importance of like any little choice you made
outcomes
leading to an entirely different path in life.
The butterfly effect.
Right. And and I really dwelled on this, and sometimes I would like keep my fingers in the book in like two different pathways. I mean, which is cheating, but I was like, but if I do this, and anyway, so I was just very inordinately focused, or thinking, I think consciously thinking early in life about choice points and how they unfolded sort of different pathways through the rest of your life, and that was a thing that could happen. And I think that's just like relevant to astrology now.
That's like normal things for a 7-year-old to think about.
I thought about it a lot.
Well, those books, those choose your own adventure books put intense. You there. They're intense.
Yeah.
Cave of Time. I mean, I had a whole set of them. Just for people to know, it kind of went to the third question of like what kind of books in your past that influenced you and stuff, and you went there. By the way, for people who know, who watch this, did 3 questions. I used to steal those scrolls, like in the grocery store. Everybody knows this. I talked about this when I was a kid. And it was next to the Globe or the Inquirer magazine and some gum. And I used to steal at the Gemini and anything I saw, Castor and Pollux, Constellation, anything. Do that. But as for choose your own adventure books, all of that was huge for me, and my Gemini mind too. It really influenced me as a young kid, and it just. By the way, there's a website out there that I think has each book and the scenarios of where you can go and the graph. It mapped out, just so you know. It's out there
for the completionists out there.
Yeah.
For the 100% completionists.
Yeah.
Follow our guide.
Yeah, it was wild. It's just. So Ryan, we're like talking about books.
Heard about those.
Anything you're reading right now? Anything that you're into? Fact, fiction, whatever, non-astrology, anything? Yep.
Sure. So I've recently gotten into cooking, and I went to my local library, and I'm on the advisory board of, because I'm important. But they had a book on
late fees.
No late fees. Actually, they don't do late fees. But they had a book on like cooking with a wok. And several years ago, my husband's grandmother, who's now passed, bought me like a really good quality wok. And I'd kind of piddled around with this and that just to use it and to try to cook stuff. But this cookbook about the wok that the library picked, that I got at the library, it walks you through like everything. Like types of woks. It's just like everything you ever wanted to know about woks.
Types of wok.
Yeah, like types of wok, how to cook these kinds of foods in it, like how to do everything. And I never really knew that cookbooks like that existed. I always just thought cookbooks were like, here's your recipes, go for it. But especially as somebody who didn't learn how to cook, like who didn't get taught how to cook by their mother, gender stereotypes, having something to like reference and go to and just like kind of walk you through cooking something.
Yeah.
Has been just really interesting because it's one of those things where it's like I don't know. I just never really knew how much went into stuff. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, here's this recipe, and then here's all these different ways to cut chicken, and here are the best vegetables to use for this. And it was all, I don't know, it was just really interesting to dive into and to see and to practice and to learn it. Because my grandmother passed away last year. And so I've been trying to like connect a little bit more with this is going to be totally unrelated. I've been trying to connect a little bit more with like my heritage, which is Italian, so I don't know why I'm in a wok cookbook, but we do the best we can. And so it's like I've been trying to find things like, where are our family recipes? Like, it's just like nobody in my generation, in my family, seems to care about any of these like treasures, like these family treasures that people, 100 years ago were perfecting and making and doing. Nobody seems to care about these right now. And so it's just like trying to go through this. And how these are related is recipes are really helpful for someone who doesn't know how to cook, right?
Yeah.
And so finding this book and being interested in using the wok and like learning all these different Chinese dishes has helped me be a better chef elsewhere. And so it's helped me kind of like, after I've found these recipes, hunted down these recipes, twisted the arms and pulled the hair of all my cousins who seem to have them scattered around but don't care about them, I've actually been able to use some of the techniques in the wok cookbook to make these and like make my great-grandmother's pies for my mom who hasn't had them ever, or like for my grandfather who hasn't had them since he was a teenager. And so that's been very that's been very fun.
That's beautiful. Yeah, no, Carrie stories, I could talk about that because I come from a food family.
We really weren't, which was sad. And it was like, people just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It was just like our family just stopped caring.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until grandmother died and we were like going through her things that we started finding these recipe books. And it's like, why didn't you cook me this? Why did I get pork chops?
Yeah,
as a kid?
right.
I could have had fucking homemade all of this.
Yeah, the old school recipe Rolodexes, index cards, laminated. That's how it's pretty wild. That's awesome though. That's really cool. And I asked this question, general, just other things, because I think for people out there watching, whatever level of astrology, we're like concepts and we're doing this and that, but sometimes people forget that we're human beings and we studied other things, we have other careers, other things, we might change again, but all that really filters into astrology no matter what. And also time, having to clear one's brain too, so on that end, no, thank you for saying
and I don't necessarily think it's unrelated, because I see kind of a similar desire or want for connection to the past. In like me trying to revitalize or reconnect this tradition in my family to like the astrological tradition that I got part of and I practice. So I see them as similar but different lanes.
Yeah, you pass things down, you carry stories, and you pass things down, and I feel now
I can just follow my great grandmother's recipe instead of burning the chicken over and over again to figure out what it was. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel a lot about like traditional astrology and why historical astrological concepts are important, because there's already people who've spent their lives trying to figure out how it works. I don't have to do it. I can do whatever I want.
And pass down. It kept going and kept going. I'm Gen Xer, still on Facebook. My number one profile that I watch on there is Jacques Pepin, French cook, chef.
Right.
He was doing the shows with Julia Child for a while, but he's on there with these 5-minute stuff. If you go to his page, the other day, just how to peel eggs blew my mind.
And that's just like really simple things like that. It's just, there's a technique that you can do. There's
he pokes a
way
hole
you do
in it with a tack and then put it in water. It was this whole thing, and then he spun. Anyway, well, thank you. I'm gonna switch it up here, because I have a question I have to ask.
Or for her.
Yeah. This one is.
Is it now 4 questions?
No, but it's for Lisa.
Oh, good.
I had an answer.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, bring it
but
on.
It's unrelated to astrology.
No, bring it on. You have something else. Okay, bring it on.
I talked about cooking. Like, you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah,
the thing
sure.
I've been doing, primarily the things I've been doing lately are taking care of my aging parents and astrology. But the finally, the one thing I've been doing for myself lately, which is funny because I'm in a Mars annual perfection year, is I went back to the gym for the first time in 5 years since COVID started. Thank you. And I love it because I've been going to the gym since I was like 18 regularly. And so the 5-year gap was like not desired, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was funny though, because I'm realizing in retrospect that I went back to the gym just a few weeks before my annual perfection switched over to a Mars ruled year, which is of course very appropriate.
And you were not thinking about it?
I wasn't thinking about it. No, it's just that's the way it works, you know. And so, I've just been really happy to. I mean, it's good for your physical health. I was talking with Adam Ellenboss, who of course is doing like bodybuilding.
Yeah,
now.
he's lifting
and
doing all that stuff,
we were talking about how that's like a really good balance for all of like the sitting and mental activity of doing astrology, because you can really easily neglect your physical side, you know, and then you get really kind of imbalanced.
Yeah.
So it's felt really good both physically and mentally to, you know, get back in there and do, because I do like mostly weightlifting too, although certainly not at that level, but and so that's my Mars year.
Nice. It's actually, you know, all the studies are coming out that the older you get, the more you do resistance training and weightlifting, because you're dealing with bone density and you can last longer. Peter Attia talks about this in his podcast. There's a bunch of stuff.
And just function. I mean, watching aging parents not be able to do things, you know, like just functionality. You know, it's like you could do it at 30 for like vanity, and you do it at like 50 for functionality for your future, right? Being able to stay independent and like physically just get in and out of chairs and, you know, all that sort of thing.
I'm feeling it too. And certain things, you know, if they fall, the basic things of getting up or putting your shoes on, it's totally
it's
true.
Huge.
Oh no, it's huge. Oh, see, I need to do more muscle stuff.
I will be your inspiration.
You're
inspiring
my Mars year.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm doing my Mars year in a couple weeks.
You can go to the gym here with me.
Next year.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some sleep before, but thank you for the inspiration. I'm still gonna throw a question out at you though.
Oh no.
I'll answer this one first too.
No. You go first. It's easy. You know, you're a Sag.
I am.
How do you see yourself here in the future? What is planned for yourself? Do you have something that you're working on, or whatever? Do you could say or anything like that?
In the future.
Is it just another 10 pounds on the barbell, or is it something in the astrology
I don't
world?
know, because, you know, I've been looking after my aging parents fairly full time for 4 years. So that's taken my attention away from sort of like future planning.
Sure.
But so the future, you know, for me, I was talking with Ryhan about this the other day, you know, and it's like, there's expectations, there can be expectations of like, you first learn astrology, and then you give your first talk, and then you do stuff with a local group, and then maybe you give a workshop, and, you know, there's like this progression that you could do.
I'm already thinking of the next things right now.
I have like 5 different people ask me in the last 2 days, like, are you interested in writing a book? And I'm like, I'm not, but like, I'm not motivated for that at the moment. But, you know, who knows? Timing can change and your thoughts can change. But actually, what I'm really interested in is learning new things, because I'm kind of, I don't want to say mastered, but, you know, I've gotten very accustomed to the things that I already know and use.
Sure, yeah.
I would like to learn some new branches, like potentially medical astrology.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. So I think more learning is a very good Sag answer.
It is.
Right?
In the end, it is.
But
it
it's
is.
real.
Plus, you know, mystery and curiosity keep going. It's almost like a different weightlifting. You do that with your body, but I think for your mind and certain things, you have to keep going. No matter how old you are or how much you know of something, you know, if you have the thing where I need to know more, and you got to go, so you're not bored in life.
Right, exactly. Because you can use these tools that you've always used in consultations, but you're using the same tools that you always know, and it's good to stretch your mind as well. So, I think I'm looking forward to more learning.
Sweet.
Yeah.
On the fly. Thank you, Leisa.
Isn't it fun? I inadvertently prepped her for that question in our conversation.
A good setup. Yeah. See, I don't know. It just works out here on this channel. Ryan, anything?
What's my 5-year plan?
You're seeing, you're walking towards.
Yeah. My 5-year plan is first. So I recently moved to New Mexico, and I'm trying to learn how to garden in the high desert.
Whoa.
And so I'm trying to transform my empty blank property into something that's more vegetative, into something that's more like growing my own food there, trying to like find out like native plants to like introduce and take care of. My 5-year plan is transform my yard into an oasis, into a high desert oasis, raise bees. I've been really, for years I've wanted bees, but my HOA in Texas wouldn't let me have it.
Boo.
I know.
Not surprising.
Boo, HOA. And part of me is like, I guess I get it. I would hate for a kid to be allergic to bees and get stung by one, but I'm like, stay off my property if you don't want to get stung by bees.
Save the world thing too.
Right. I'm trying. My 5-year plan also includes being elected to my town's commission to bring some astrology back into politics a little bit.
Yeah.
And after that, just try to, kind of similar to Leisa, you get kind of burned out or just very used to the techniques and things that you do. And I tend to be the worst person in the world. I'm like, I hate that. Like somebody would there'll be like some technique. I'm like, I hate that. I hate this idea. I never want to do this. So it's very hard for me to like try to branch out. I know I'm very curmudgeonly, even though I don't act like it. Very curmudgeonly, very, very opinionated. So try to find something new that I am interested in to learn. And yeah, just keep trying to do more. Try to find ways to do more for like clients and patrons, without it becoming find ways to do more without it feeling like an obligation.
Yeah. Not like a monotonous machine.
Yeah.
I got to do this post now. I got to do this. I come up, to me, actually, everything that's been said here just falls into creative process. And being human. We're always seeking new things, meaning in everything, trying to keep going, and also, I think creative process, however we do it, is the vessel or the many vessels that we use to do it. So anyway, saying that, thank you for the 7 questions it turned into. But
somehow I got part of like a discount, a 2-for-1 discount.
Yeah, it's just 2 for 1 for me. Thank you. So okay, where can people find out about you, Ryan?
Oh, me? Oh, I was going to.
Yeah.
Sure. So I have a website that talks about medieval astrology Guide, GUIDE. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about magical election opportunities for people who are interested in astrological magic and talisman making. I post monthly videos about that on the new moon, except for this month where it's going to be late because I'm here at NORWAC and the new moon is like in 2 days. So, whoops. Planning. But for anybody interested in astrological magic, curious about getting started, don't know how, aren't sure how to find elections for it, I take care of it for you. No matter where you are in the globe, I probably have an election for you within the month if you want to try it. And I do some longer form specialty videos about this, that, the other thing. I have a Patreon. That's always fun.
Yep,
Nicholas
I'm
is part of it, so now he has to help me.
It's really cool stuff
it.
there. A lot of your members there are really well versed and great conversations. They have fun on there, and there's a lot that you post informational wise. There's a deck that you came up with, a big star deck. There's a bunch of
we got a Lunar Mansion one in the works too now.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, so that's me, Leisa.
I'll drop all that stuff in the copy. What about you, Leisa?
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can find me in a couple places. So first, I do the Electional Astrology podcast every month with Chris Brennan for the Astrology Podcast subscribers. So it's like on the second tier or something and above. So if you go to theastrologypodcast.com, click on elections, and you can see more about that. That basically tells you the best dates and times for each month to start things for more auspicious possible results. So proactive use of astrology. And then you can also find me at lisaschaim.com. You should link that because it's not phonetic. It is LEISASCHAIM.com.
Yes.
But write it out. And then, and you can join my mailing list, which I send out incredibly infrequently. So please join because I will not bombard your email. I really won't. I really just announce things like when I have consultation openings again, which I don't right now, but when I do, that's the only place I will announce that. And then I also am rebuilding my store page right now, but I will announce to my mailing list when it is rebuilt. And that will have, again, all my past lecture recordings on there, lectures and workshops.
Yeah, you put out a newsletter here on the way to the conference.
Yes.
Yeah, you promo the workshop and stuff too. And by the way, I don't know if I said this, people watching, we're at the Northwest Astrological Conference outside of Seattle. Yes. 41 straight years. It's my 17th in a row.
Oh my gosh, take a break.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. We've all have a past here. By the way, thanks for everything, for answering the questions today.
Yeah,
I'll drop
of course.
all their info in the copy, along with if the books that came up. I'll put a link to a Cave of Time book on my bookshop.org page. People know, but I'll put it there. Space and Beyond was one of my favorite ones too. Anyway, all of that. Thank you so much. But let me say one more thing here.
Oh no.
You know, between the two people that you see here and are doing electional stuff, you know how much power you have? Do you know how much, like, people are like, how much influence you two have? Think about that.
I was actually wondering why she was saying that, because I'd forgotten about it a little bit. And I was wondering how many times we both choose like very similar charts for like completely different things.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, but again, I just have to mention that because that type of thing is crash and burn experience over and over again over years. And you know, obviously, you not only both of you earned it where you are and what your stature in the astrology world. You know, it's you earn respect, and it takes time. And I think both of you are at that place, and you can speak to whatever. You know what I mean? So I just want to acknowledge that to the both of you. You know, and because I don't think we do that enough in the astrology world. You know, acknowledging to be real and get past competition and politics and all that shit.
Or even just like pressure to innovate.
No, totally understand, you know. And so I know you honor the craft in your own ways. So props, okay? Just want to say that.
Thank you.
Be real, man. So thank you. Thanks everybody for watching. All the info is going to be in the copy. You know, I'll hopefully have more videos I'm going to put up for the Patreon members. I'm going to watch some of this stuff first, etc., etc. Okay? See you later. Bye.